Hello, this is Todd, and welcome to another segment of Vermont Wine Media. Oh, hang on a sec. Hey, Nutters, what are you doing down here? You came down? That's Nutterby. He's the winery tabby cat. Yes, hi, buddy. He's the old man of the place. He's 18. He's got some health issues, but he's doing pretty well, aside from some hypertension. So, okay. Take it easy, buddy. Go about your business. See, catch some mice. Okay, so I thought I'd do a little quick segment. I got home tonight and Andrea had opened up the last bottle we have of the Bonny Doon Vineyards Ruche, La Donna Canon, the cannonball, the cannon lady, I guess. I don't know if you can see this up close. There's a nice shot of a lady getting shot out of a cannon that's surrounded by flowers. Now, the Ruche is a Piedmontese grape that is actually Ruche di Castagnole Monferrato, and it is it says that it does best in chalky or rocky soils, and is extremely aromatic, to say the least. Now, this is a wine that we found, geez, maybe 3 years ago, maybe even 4 years ago, on a closeout special. And being the cheap guy that I am, I had to check it out. And we found it at the Onion River Co-op up in Montpelier. We were traveling to go out of the country, and we picked it up on the way back home. We tried it, and were amazed by it, and happened to be up there maybe 2 weeks later, and they still had a couple of cases left that nobody had touched. Usually, you know, something's a closeout special, you wonder, ooh, what the heck could it be? Well, we knew, so we bought up the rest of it. And we've been enjoying it. And I sat on a few bottles, and as of probably about maybe a year ago, we had the other bottle, and we realized that it was starting to lose its luster a little bit. And but I was still hanging on to this one, just maybe out of nostalgia. But the Ruche is a fairly light wine. Well, it's medium-bodied in that sense, but you can see through it, kind of like you can with a Pinot Noir. The distinctive quality of this wine is it's not just aromatic; it's extremely floral, and it smells really of roses, explosively of roses, and maybe that's why the lady's getting shot out of the cannon. But this is something a couple of summers ago I had my aunt try, who's not really a wine person. If she does, she likes a sweeter white wine, but she nailed the roses right off the bat. I asked her, you know, what do you think it smells like? And she said, it smells like my rose garden. So at this point, it's still got a nice aromatic quality, but there's some oxidative notes. It's definitely gone past its prime, and on the palate, there's a very, how can I say this? It's not sour. Sour is not the right word, but the tannins are very rough or rustic, but not in a bad way. It's very earthy. Now, I have to say that because of its age, it's kind of separated a little bit, whereas when we initially found it, it was a very well balanced wine. The elements have seemed to start to disengage from one another, and whereas before it was a very solid and even experience, it has a kind of a syncopated approach on the tongue now, and the alcohol is apparent where it really wasn't before, which was amazing because this particular vintage, the 2005, is a 14.3% alcohol, which is, I'd say, pretty high for something that's this light. But I don't ever remember that being an issue. now it's definitely apparent. The fruit on this is a little bit elusive. I have a hard time trying to put analogous terms on it. Cranberry notes. Maybe that's where it leans towards the tartness of the sour. Very mineral. And I kind of wish it was what it was, but that's what happens. Better be scratching to get out of the cellar. But this is a good experience for us to know that some wines you can only keep so long. Not all wines are meant to cellar, obviously. In this country, most wines are drunk within 24 hours, 48 hours of when they're purchased. But it's been a really fun experience for us to be able to buy a case of wine and over time work through it, because you get to see the evolution of wine, which is it's a living thing in a way. And but this being an obscure varietal, I have to say, if you ever have the chance to put your lips on a Ruche, it's definitely worth the try. I don't know what other wineries, or excuse me, what other distributors make stuff available in this country. So I'll do a little research on that before I post this, and maybe I'll make some other recommendations. But the Bonny Doon people did a very nice job on this, and I don't think they do this kind of thing anymore. I think I remember that being this the last of a kind of a project. So sorry, reading. Let me just say that I appreciate the Bonny Doon folks, and at some point I'm going to get hold of the book Been Doon So Long, because I think it would be an interesting read. There's a lot of wine knowledge in that, and geez, I keep forgetting. It's getting late. I'm kind of losing my train of thought here. But let me say that I'm having a good time finishing this last bottle off. Even though it's not what it was, it's still not, it's not bad. It's just changed. But it does make me think I need to kind of do a cellar inventory and identify anything that may be on the peak or on the downside, and get those up to the surface, so that those are things that we're pulling more, and maybe making dinners to match. And we had this tonight with some roasted chicken and rice and mixed greens sautéed, and it was just pleasant. And I think that's it. Oh, he's back. He's telling me we got to wrap it up. So thanks again. Have a good night. Till the next segment of Vermont Wine Media. Watch out, buddy.